good afternoon. We're down at Towford, a very chilly Towford, a very grey Towford, also a very leaky Towford. We thought we knew this would, well, we hoped we would avoid this, but we got caught on the hop. We weren't quick enough. And the thing is that these two tanks have emptied entirely. So we had it switched off over here. There's a stopcock on the wall there going into the toilet, so, but we should have had it switched off here and drained down from here, and then this wouldn't have exploded. It looks as if it has exploded. There's real sort of, I mean, the pipe is shattered, and I think there's still some frozen water in there. Anyway, what can you do? It'll fill up quick enough. I've switched it off here at the tank, so the tanks will fill up, but it won't come out into the pipe. They'll equalise. But to be honest, this is a cold snap. We're having a cold snap, so we've had 2 or 3 days of, and I thought we'd dodge it, but alas, we have not. So add that to the list of jobs to do. I'm down with the middle group. They're upstairs adjusting the water catchment. The 2 rooms upstairs we could open as ice rinks. I'm joking. Well, we could probably, but they're not frozen just now. But in any case, the tarts they put up just need a slight adjustment so that they catch most of the water that comes in off the ceiling. So they're doing that just now, and then when they come down, depending on how long that takes, they're going to get back up these trees. And to be honest, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking there isn't an awful lot more they could take off those trees that I would be comfortable with them doing, because they need to go quite high up. I mean, we're talking 15 feet in the air. I mean, if they fell, they'd bounce a fair bit and kind of, you know, they get... I've done a dynamic risk assessment and I'm not comfortable, so we'll need to have a wee think about that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we can be doing. I'm sure there is, but in the meantime, if anyone has any idea about how we could possibly frost-proof it, I mean, I don't know if those tanks will freeze. We had a discussion about adding antifreeze, but to be honest, we don't think that's practical. If anyone's got any experience with that, put something in the comments below. If any of our 36 followers have installed a rainwater system like this. I don't know if these will freeze, 1,000 litre tanks, if they're full of water. I mean, they've got 2 or 3 layers of black cling film. I really don't think that's going to do much in the way of offer insulation, but listen, if you've got any experience, put a comment below, let us know. Inside the building, things are much the same, but you know, no burst pipes in here. Obviously the tank up the hill as well has kind of filled up a bit, so we need to be careful that that's turned off. And it is turned off down here. You might actually turn those taps on just to... It's empty, not there's much to come out of there, but the main room, oh, it's so cold. Nothing going on in here, all as you would expect. Shall we go upstairs and see what they're doing? This tarpaulin, both tarpaulins need to move towards the front of the building, so, but I've also brought down a couple of extra batteries. I got my lithium battery in the house, so I've brought down 2 of my old lead acid batteries, and I'll get them humped into the back room there. I think this winter is going to be exceptionally tough on this building. Yeah. If there's heavy snow and it sits on the roof, I can see bits of the roof proper giving way in this, and it just, the whole, it's not going to collapse in on itself, but parts of the roof are not strong. The actual roof timbers are so damp and rotten that I don't think it's going to enjoy winter 23-24. that's our 3 batteries wired up in parallel. Batteries wired in parallel, I always get this mixed up. Batteries wired in parallel, the voltage stays the same. Batteries wired in series, the voltage adds. I always have to remind myself, there's no internet connection down here, so I'm working on my very patchy old man memory. In any case, those batteries are connected in parallel, so the voltage is the same. It's measuring 12.6 volts. The 2 batteries that I brought down from the house, I would say are probably 75–80% good. I think I bought them in 2 phases. I bought 4 and then I bought another 2 to add on, and they're about 12 months apart, so I don't know which ones those are. They're not the oldest ones. The oldest ones were all furred up, they were minging, so I think they just need turfed. The rationale behind this is that if we're only down here at a weekend, say, and it's dull all weekend and we've only got 1 battery, then we only have 1 battery's worth of storage of electricity that we can use. You might get 3 good days during the week, and you want to be able to store that sunlight as energy, so you need to increase your battery, your battery capacity, and that's what we've just done. So they are 130 ampere batteries. You need to try and balance your batteries as well, same amp hour rating, all that kind of stuff. It's not critical, but if you want the best performance, it's what you have to do for down here, given given what we're using it for. And bear in mind, we're only running lights, low wattage lights. It shouldn't be an issue, but it could be the difference between 1 night's worth of good light in the building and say 2 or 3 nights worth of good light in the building. The logic is that while it's sunny, you want to store as much of that energy as you can so that you can use it when it's not sunny. And usually when we're down here, certainly in autumn and winter, it is not sunny. Shall we go upstairs and see what they're doing? There's a lot of noise. Let's go and have a look. Because this is quality content.
Oh yeah, incredible.
The idea here was to get this right up against this back wall, because this is where it's all leaking from. I don't know if you can see that. Hello, I'm getting out of the building here. Sorry. So the idea is to catch it from here and have it sloping down to the back there. Ooh, this is good because you can walk in this and you've thought about this. So yeah, that's good. And then just right up against the wall there. That'll do. That's fine. It doesn't leak from here. None of this is all quite dry, so I don't know how much of that you saw. I need to get a light for this camera. Got a light for my selfie stick. So that looks good up there. To be honest, as I was saying, if you caught that, the building is already not ruined, but it's not in great shape. A little bit. We're just trying to, it's a holding action. It's a real shame. I suppose I should take this opportunity to tell you, I mean, we're doing all this work, although it is temporary, it's like stuff on the surface. We're not doing any structural stuff, anything like that. And really, we shouldn't really be in the building at all because we still don't have a lease. So just to say about that, the option to lease is still in place. I'm fundraising for money that would be unsecure, so not for the building, it's just for general sort of upkeep. So basically, any funders that would give money, like the Robertson Trust, for example, gave us £2,000. And I think I said that was towards the architect's drawings, which we've got and we've not really been able to do anything with because we don't have a lease. The council are working towards getting a lease, but I don't know where they are with that. So that whole thing is still in limbo. And obviously we're down here and we're doing all this stuff, and it's only temporary stuff on the surface. And we hope next year to be able to offer wild camping and to get more folk in, because we need to start generating money, some income, even just to pay the insurance for Gosford Bay Outdoors. We're insured. It's like £400–500 quid a year to insure us for the activities that we do. So that fuel to get up and down the road, materials, nuts, bolts, screws, hammers, nails, tarpaulins, all that nonsense. So that's where the money goes, that if anyone's given any money, and also fighting this holding action, trying to save the building, but being very limited in terms of what we can do to actually save the building, because we're really waiting for that lease to come through. So the option to lease is still in place, that's still there, that's still got 2 years, 2 and a bit years to run, but what you really need is that lease in place. That's where we are. I should say, subscribe to the channel because that helps. www.gosfordbayoutdoors.scot has a link on the front page for CAF Donate. Any sort of a donation, we can get gifted on it. It's like crowdfunded online but with no fees. The money all comes to us. CAF Donate is part of CAF Bank and it's all charitable, the Charitable AIDS Foundation. So www.gosfordbayoutdoors.scot and donate if you can, if you're interested. And also follow YouTube, follow Instagram if you use that, and follow Facebook when I remember to put things on Facebook. And that's it. Not an awful lot happening today, just remedial work, really. I don't think I'm going to say that they can go up, because if you look at how high the highest, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea sending them up there. But if I do, don't worry, I'll try and get it on film. There you go. So what I've done is I've asked them to take off taken most of the branches that are pointing straight up in there and off to the side. So now they're taking off branches that are pointing down towards the ground but are not touching the ground, and they're going no higher than they've been before. So they're not going beyond where they've already cut. Even that actually is slightly outside my comfort zone, on the basis that the ground is quite boggy and they'll probably just land with a satisfying squelch. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. They're more likely to drown in a bog than break a bone. They were just listening to, who was that? Aretha, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Who's that by?
Marvin Gaye and someone else.
Old school. I thought you'd listen to like Happy Hut. No, I was going to say something really old fartish there, but I wouldn't. Anyway, good taste in music. Oh, that was a bit of, I could catch that on camera. Slept out the tree like Tarzan. Who doesn't even know who Tarzan is? This tree has been gutted. What we need to do is, where Harry is someone braver than any of us, need to go up there with a chainsaw and lop the top of the tree off. And they also need to be aware when they do that, the whole thing might spring back up and fire them over the valley. I'm not going to do that. I think Daniel should do that. Well, I'm saying Daniel goes up to where Harry is and just kind of chainsaws the top of the tree off, this bit here. Got to say, kudos to these young folk. They attack these trees with nothing but hand tools. We've not used any chainsaws, anything powered on this tree at all. And the work they've done, the progress that they've made is laudable. Yeah, you just need, did you see how I did it before? So put one on top of the other, and then but don't cut into the ground because that'll. So put like stack 3 up.
How many?
3, and then leave 2 and just put one on top. And obviously be careful. Get your distance, because get your distance. So don't swing and miss and get yourself in the shin. So get your distance. You don't need to swing too hard, but
Right.
keep going. Just give it a whack. There you go.
Is that alright?
Yeah, that'll do. Just pile them up and then they're all going. You've seen how big the fire is and that's where they're going. They might even fit in like that, but split them anyway. That'll do a good job. It'll help them dry out a bit quicker. So we're just getting packed up to go back up the road. So more work on the trees. We've adjusted the water catchment upstairs, so hopefully that'll save, if it's worth doing or not, who knows, but save the rainwater coming down into the rooms below. Chuck some logs. We've cut some for inside as well. We need dry wood. If we come down and it's wet, which invariably is in the winter, we need a dry supply of wood to get the building warmed up. So Thomas is collecting the wood that I cut. I used the small chainsaw. This one, because I couldn't get that one started, so I think I'll have a look at that one. Have a look. And this one, I need to change the chain on that. It's just... We've collected all the tools, hopefully. And it's getting dark, so we're calling it night.